There's a way of generating what's called a curvature map and applying a texture or textures uh, to an object based off of natural wear and tear of the curvature of an object. So what that basically means is that you know how like when you see an object and it starts to get rusty or have chips on it, it happens based off of its curvature, whether it's going to happen more or less. Metal's going to be rubbed off more on the outer edges, and it's going to get rusted inside of the corners because that's where moisture collects, things like that. But I can apply this in multiple ways. So let's take our little friend here, right? And, all right, so, okay. Alrighty then. So check this out. Actually, I'm going to turn off for right now this, because it's active. It should be only on that material, not on all of them. So, okay. So check this out. Let's say I wanted to add some mud or dirt or something on our little friend here. I could either bring in my own materials and do it, or I could just choose something, you know, that would actually be similar to what I'm going for. So just for the sake of example, I'm going to choose rust and I'm going to apply it to his body. So now he's all rustied up. See that? And I'm going to tweak out that rust. And let's say I want to make it so that this is going to be like dirt on him. You know, like dirt or mud, right? Okay. Increase that. Okay. And, whoops, way too much. Let's say I'm going to increase it to like a 5. Maybe even 15, so something like that. Really cake it on. You see that? So, though, yes, the predator would not see him right now, but that's too much of what we want. You know, so what I need to do is I could either mask this out. So check this out. This is kind of neat. So I could either mask it out, and then in that mask, come here, paint in white to paint in where I want it. And if I really crank that puppy up really high, I can add, you know, like dirt and stuff, especially like around here and all that kind of stuff, and that would work out pretty well, right? But it could take a lot of time, and maybe it doesn't need to be that precise. So instead, I'm gonna, oops, remove the mask. And I'm going to add a white mask. And then on that white mask, I'm going to click on this little magic wand here, add effect. And watch this. I'm going to add a generator. And the generator, it says no generator down here. I'm going to click on one, and these are generators for masking that I could use. So there's one actually called dirt. Now, do you see what it did right now? He has dirt spattered kind of all over him from that. You see? But I'm going to tweak it out. So here's the dirt here, and here's the parameters. So what I can do is adjust the amount. Look at that. I can adjust the scale. The dirt level. But it's still very generic. You see it's still all over him. So that's kind of neat, but I want it more specific. I'm going to go to my texture set settings where it says bake mesh maps. And I'm going to select curvature, and I want to bake a curvature map for the body. And hit bake. Now, you see it tweaked it a little bit, but watch this. This is where it's like kind of cool. Now if I go back, I'm on the dirt. Do you notice it's more specific to certain areas now? It's starting where the crevices are. You see that? So where the areas where you might collect more dirt is where you're actually seeing it first. And now I can start to go in and I could tweak that out, how much of a soft edge or how much it blends, the level. And as I start to slowly crank this up, do you see it growing from those areas? And it makes it so that I can add, now of course I'd mask out the other areas, but do you see what it's doing? It's actually doing this really nice thing where it's collecting dirt in just some of the areas, not just like globally all over it. Oh, there's a big crease there. That's where it's actually putting it. So this makes it really good. All I'd have to do now is the quick way of masking it so it's only attached to this is I will put this in a folder. And then the folder I will add a black mask to. And then only make it so that it is only on the areas that I want. See? So now it's only on the clothing. A mask within a mask. Oops, forgot the arms. There we go, see? Isn't that cool? And then on top of that, I could always go in and then paint additionally where I might want that to actually be, or have a variation of it where I could cake it on. Make sense? So just another one of the cool things that you can do in here. I made a curvature map based off of the model itself. If you have a smooth model, you're not going to get anything. It has to have details for it to calculate those things. Cool? Excellent. I'll just stop that.